Welcome to the Geeta Chopra Show. This is your time to heal naturally. Embrace nature's healing energy. Get back in tune with your higher self through yoga, meditation, healing foods, living in balance, healthy relationships, and harnessing the true power of prayer. You are powerful. You are loved. And you can do it. I am Geeta Chopra, and let's heal together, naturally. Welcome to this week's episode of the Geeta Chopra Show. Today I have the West Windsor Art Council on, and they're going to be talking to you about their upcoming gala on March 21st. This is an annual event, and it features a lot of prominent artists. So please stay tuned and find out what's going on inside. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
Well, we're so glad to host you today, the Art Council. Good. So tell the audience a little bit more about the West Windsor Art Council.
So the West Windsor Arts Council is located on Alexander Road in West Windsor, very close to the Princeton Junction train station, actually, in an old firehouse building. And we are a nonprofit organization that serves the community with arts programs.
Wow. That's great. So it's a blessing to the community. Tell us how it got started.
Oh, it's a great story, actually. This is the story of local people who had a vision and had the know-how and the work ethic and came together and saw that there was this unused resource, this empty firehouse that was there, and thought, let's make it a place for the arts, a place where the community can come together and experience the arts together.
Wow. And when was this?
That was back in the early 2000s, 2002, when that vision was first, came together. And then the IRS determination letter that made it a nonprofit came a few years later. And then they worked for many years doing fundraising and doing programs in the community at other locations. They called themselves an art center without walls. And they would be at the senior center and at the library and the farmers market doing arts programs until finally in 2010 moved into the firehouse, and it became the art center. Yeah.
Congrats.
So it's our 10th anniversary.
Excellent. Well, congrats on your anniversary. And I know, Jyotika, you've been on the show before. So ladies, just if you want, each of you just tell the viewers a little bit more about your background.
I'm a new addition to the board of the West Windsor Arts Council. I'm also a former West Windsor Township Councilwoman. I am passionate about serving my community, and that's one of the reasons I came on the board as well. I feel like art can be used as a vital instrument to bring the community together, and it can also be used for change. So that's about me.
Very good.
And I'm an artist. I'm a sculptor and a painter. I went to school here in New Jersey at Rutgers, Mason Gross, and I also have a Master of Education. So I've dedicated my life to the arts and to sharing arts experiences with people. Previously, I worked at Grounds for Sculpture for many years and have done all different roles in the nonprofit arts organization, from volunteer coordination to education and fundraising. So it was a great fit for me to come and help this community organization develop to the next level. And it's really a passion of mine, is to share the arts.
Yeah, and we'll get more into what art is and how it's an expression, because I find that very interesting. So I have here that the mission for the West Windsor Art Council is to provide high-quality cultural programming that brings people together and transforms the world around us by inspiring, educating, and promoting the arts. So what feedback do you have on that?
Well, it's can be seen as a lofty goal, but we feel it's a very worthwhile one. And it really is all about, as Jyotika said, bringing the community together through the arts. Mm-hmm. We support individual artists and nurture them in their creative journeys, and we support people who want to learn more about the arts, young students as well as older students. And then we also provide opportunities to partake in the arts and to view the arts in all disciplines, whether that's theater or music or poetry, writing, as well as the visual arts, painting and drawing and sculpting.
Okay, and The West Windsor Art Council has 175 arts and cultural events serving over 14,500 people annually. Is that correct?
That's right. We have a busy schedule of events. I mentioned our classes, which are, throughout the week. We have classes almost every day of the week at the Art Center. But then we also do public programming in the community. We have several free festivals that we do throughout the year, including our Autumn Arts Afternoon event, which has been going on, since the early founding of the Art Center. Coming up, we'll be having something called the Culture Kaleidoscope, which is a performance event, and we'll have different kind of world music bands from around the world, featuring music from around the world.
Okay, yeah, because I have here you have 6 free art exhibitions in your gallery, 4 community art festivals like you just touched on, 130 art workshops, and then classes in visual performing, literary arts, and 26 full day camps for kids.
Yes.
That's impressive.
We make every use of every inch of that building as often as we possibly can.
That's great. And you also have scholarships.
We do. We do price our classes and camps competitively, and basically that covers our teaching artist fees. We do believe in paying professional wage to our teaching artists, and some overhead, to keep the lights on in the building. But, not everyone can afford that, and we want to make sure that the arts are accessible to everyone. So we do have a scholarship fund. We do accept donations to that fund, and we use them to make sure that, no one can't go because they can't afford it.
Okay, and who can apply for the scholarships?
Anyone can apply. We do have a very simple form to fill out on our website. It does ask for, various pieces of information, and then it's really just based on availability of funding,
Okay. And you have a huge event coming up on March 21st. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, March 21st is our gala. It's it's an elegant and really fun evening that we're all looking forward to. It's called the Blank Canvas Gala and Art Auction. Blank Canvas.
Blank Canvas, okay.
Yes, and so basically it's going to showcase the works of art of many of the talented artists in our community. So each of those 40 artists were given a blank canvas which measured about 12 by 12 and asked to create a new work of art. And they could use any sort of medium from acrylic to photographs to found materials. The theme can vary from realism to postmodernism. So it's like a plethora of different artworks that we're hoping to see. And then those would be auctioned off a little bit starting on the gala date, if I'm not mistaken. And the funds will be applied towards the operations of the Arts Council as well as to fund the scholarships. So that's about the blank canvas. And then new this year, we also have some artworks by youth artists from the West Windsor Plainsboro School District. And that's going to be really exciting. There are 2 members of our community who helped to start the Arts Council many years ago, and they've continued to offer their support. We're going to honor them at the gala. Heidi Kleinman and Ted Ross are their names. It's going to be a really fun evening with a DJ, dancing. There's going to be dining from some of the finest restaurants around town, and so really looking forward to it, and hoping to see a big crowd there.
Wow, that sounds exciting. So who can attend? Anybody?
Well, adults over 21 years of age can attend, and you can go to our website to get more information on the gala at the www.westwindsorarts.org, and you can purchase tickets there as well. Anybody who's interested in seeing the arts flourish and want to encourage arts in our community, then and have fun doing it, should definitely attend this event.
Okay, and it's an annual event, right?
That's right. It's an annual fundraiser for us. Yeah.
Okay, that's
brings
great.
much needed funds to continue the operations of the Arts Council.
Oh, sure. And what are some of the future goals of the Art Council?
Well, one of our big initiatives that we're working on now is to build our digital arts offerings at the Arts Council. we have started using some grant money. We've purchased some iPads, and we've been offering animation classes for our students, as well as going to other nonprofit service organizations such as RISE out in Heightstown. So, you know, and of course, there's just an amazing, you know, interest in that, and it's, you know, really a large future development in the arts and in all parts of our lives. So that's something that we are looking to develop further.
Is that a short-term or a long-term goal?
Well, because of the generosity of our community, I think it was going to be happening sooner rather than later. We are the you know, really proud recipients of a grant that's coming up this year by a community organization called West Windsor Gives Back.
Okay.
It's associated with the mayor. There's the culminating event is the mayor's ball, which will be in September this year. And so they choose one organization from the community, a nonprofit, every year to support through their efforts, and we've been selected for this year. So we'll be, yes, it's very
That's
exciting.
great.
Thank you. So we're
to hear.
using the funds to help create a digital lab.
Okay, digital lab, and what will that be used for?
So that'll be used for teaching things such as 3D modeling and printing, graphic design, and you know,
good.
other digital arts.
Okay, so you're going to be going digital in the long run? More so?
We'll never stray from the plastic arts, as they're
Yeah.
called. You know, there's something about, you know, that material that I think is so fundamental to human development, and it's a human need, you know, really to have that
Sure.
experience. But this is another great tool for artists to use.
Good. So
I
what?
just, sorry, I just wanted to add one more thing that I think this grant is indicative of not only community-wide support, but also support from our township, since it's a non-profit that's sponsored by the mayor, Honorable Hemant Marathe. So I think that's something really important, that we receive community-wide support, we receive township support, and we're hoping to flourish because of that.
It's true, we can't do what we do without support from the community. I mean, it's been that way since the beginning.
Sure.
You know, the fact that we're in that building, which is owned by the township, you know, it's a great support to us, and we wouldn't be here if it weren't for that.
Oh, of course, I understand. So tell the viewers, why do you think art is so important as an expression? How does it help the youth, and why is it important for the human?
I love this question. I believe that arts are what makes us human, actually. You know, that's a fundamental way that we distinguish ourselves as a species. You know, you think about the cave paintings in Lascaux, right? Where you see those primitive handprints on the wall. You know, that's to us that indication that, you know, early humans, you know, they had their day-to-day, you know, they had their survival that they needed to ensure, you know, by hunting and taking care of the family. But there was also an element of a needing to express, and needing to leave something behind, and to help, you know, future other people to understand, you know, what they were going through. And that's what the arts are all about. It's that human expression and a way of connecting with other people. You may not always agree with what they are saying, but it's a way to understand that and for us to define ourselves.
And Jyotika, do you have anything to add in terms of what art is? Or why it's important? Sorry.
Right, yeah, sure. So I think that art is, it speaks its own language, and in that sense it kind of collapses any sort of boundaries or barriers that might be existing between cultures and nations and
So it's kind of
peoples.
like a universal language?
Yes, exactly. You know, I mean, I don't need to be Italian to understand what Da Vinci's art is, or, you know, Gaudi's artwork. So, I mean, they're just so fascinating that, you know, it appeals to anyone and everyone. So in that sense, I do believe that, you know, art is universal, and art embraces the community. And so the Arts Council really stands for, you know,
Unity even.
unity and embracing the community and bring it all together.
Oh, that's very good answers, both of you. And just to touch on that, do you think that a lot of that is missing or lacking in today's society, the way we function and communicate with people? Like, we need more of this self-expression, also because people hold on and they have a lot of resistance, right? So they don't express themselves, or even our youth, they suppress their thoughts, as opposed to a healthy form of expression, which you're offering. right?
Absolutely, yeah. It's it's a way that people can develop critical thinking skills. Really, I mean,
Yes.
through the arts. That we're not always a consumer. We can also produce. It's a very important, I think, lesson for people of all ages to spend time, understanding themselves better and recognizing what they think and what they feel about the
So
world
it's
around
also
them.
getting to know yourself, but it could also be healing. You can also heal, right?
Absolutely.
Heal mentally and even physically over time. Yeah,
Right.
That's amazing. Wow. Okay, well, that pretty much wraps up my questions. Is there anything else you would like the viewers to know?
I actually wanted to add that I feel the way things are now, art is so much more inclusive, and that's what I see in the future, that art's going to be a lot more inclusive, if I may use the term democratic, in collapsing the barriers, as I said before. But if I also want to take the example of, if you look at the Oscars, how this for the first time ever, a non-English language film earned an Oscar, and that's kind of a nod of the mainstream media towards a non-English sort of, or not the conventional, what might be termed as conventional medium or conventional art. I think that's sort of almost indicative of what we have to look forward to. And I also believe in terms of the media, the medium that's used for art is going to be a lot more fluid. So there'll be intermingling of the different media that are used, and and what's considered as valuable or acceptable in people's eyes will change.
Wow.
So
you think it's evolving over time?
Yes.
For the good or for the bad? Or?
Definitely for the good.
Yeah.
Definitely, including all different types of people, all different types of materials.
So it's becoming more abstract or less definitive.
And everybody has a unique form of expression. So
Yes.
Being able to express in whatever medium that you would like to, I think it should be allowed, so to speak, should be acceptable and valued. I'm sure beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder at the end of the day. So
yes.
so if there's certain section of people who consider something beautiful and others may not, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a really good quote to summarize this episode, right? The beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And yeah, ladies, I really appreciate what you're doing, because I think we need more organizations like this, which are allowing people to healthily express themselves and kind of encouraging them to be themselves as well, right?
Absolutely.
I think you mentioned it's a unique kind of self-discovering process, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're doing great work in the community. I want to wish you continued success with the organization, and hopefully if anyone wants to donate, please do get in contact with them. What is the best way to contact you?
They can contact us by calling us. We always have people there, who are ready to speak warmly with anyone. Our number is 609-716-1931, or through our website, westwindsorarts.org.
Okay, great. Yeah, feel free, viewers, to just Google them and drop them a line and drop by sometime and visit.
Mm-hmm.
And again, March 21st
That's right.
is the annual gala coming up. So if anyone is interested, please check out their website as soon as possible. And tickets, we sell tickets over the phone.
Yep, or online. They're on our website,
Okay,
or at the door.
Okay, great. Well, I hope you have a great gala this year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you. I'm honored and privileged that you came on the show to discuss this
Thank
with
you so
me.
much for
And again,
having us.
You're welcome. Viewers, if you found this valuable, please go to YouTube and remember to subscribe to me, and we will catch you next time.